Klokov is not finished yet. Klokov, you remember, he's got the 406. He finished 5 kilos down on Marcin Danga, and you know, Klokov's the sort of
body weight. He's got body weight as well.
Yeah,
because Danga weighed in exactly on the limit, exactly 105 kilos.
Yeah, and he's got a best clean and jerk of 240. Be surprised if he produced that today. That's only 2 kilos below the international weightlifting standard of 242, which has never been achieved. Well, since these weight categories were set. Unfortunately, you can't walk around the stage with that sort of weight. So Akatov, 221. Second attempt. So the man who took the silver medal in the first half is now under real pressure.
Ah, but is he unbeatable?
Is he unbeatable? You see, I've got a feeling that that today might be the day, because the Iranians have been in some disarray, but let's think about that for a second. 221. Third and final time of asking, and this is for 409 to keep his overall championship challenge alive. Bakht Akhmatov of Kazakhstan. Now, come on, that was a better clean. That's better. Hold it to go. I really wanted him to do that. I'm very, very sad for him. He was fourth in the world's. And Akatov, I'm afraid the opportunity has gone. So that really is a disappointment, because he loses the total. He's left with the silver medal from the snatch phase, but the overall championship honours have disappeared. So now the younger brother, 222. Now, he did 225 in the Europeans, so this is probably pretty sensible. This will be for 415.
Well, all kinds of problems. Well, it's not over yet, is it?
Certainly is not. Well, that will have energized Klokov backstage, no doubt about that, because Klokov will now start to believe, as a result of that, that he can close that gap of 5 kilos. He's did 218, it looked pretty good. And Klokov's former junior world champion. Mind you, so's Danga in their respective weight categories and times. But Klokov, junior European champion, won the Arnie Classic in 2005 as well. Now, you know about that. For those who don't know, David, you can explain what winning the Arnie Classic means.
Well, the Arnold Classic originally was a...
First of all, let's explain it. We're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic was originally a bodybuilding competition, and in recent years they decided to extend it, so they now include weightlifting, they include strongman, they have exhibitions. It's now become a much bigger event, and quite a prestigious one as well. Obviously held in the States every year, and I'm actually considering going out to it. It's in March of next year. I'm actually considering going out there.
And Klokov, of course, the son of a famous father, former world and European champion Vyacheslav, and when he comes in and what weight he takes rather depends on what Marcin Danga does at this particular moment.
Well, he's got a total, and he's got the. Oh dear. Wow.
Well, this is almost going to be a title defence by default, because at the moment.
Well, Danga is definitely going to take that again. There's no way he's going to increase the weight, I would say. Therefore, that would mean that Klokov would, if he was successful, Klokov would need to do 2:27 to close the deficit, because he's lighter, so he'd know exactly what he needs to lift.
Yeah, but he's also now, here is Dmitry Klokov. And this is the head-to-head that we find ourselves in now. I think there'll be quite a lot of discussion and analysis after these championships are over, David. There's an awful lot of things that need putting right, certainly televisually, absolutely organisationally, and in terms of preparation, I think, with these lifters, because there is something that has run through the whole of this championship. And clearly you've seen, if you've been with us, this continuous toweling down, and the humidity, it's, as you've said, it's not an air-conditioned hall, and it has been difficult. The lifters have found this hard to handle.
Well, it's been across the board. The clean and jerk definitely has suffered. So the leader after the snatch now,
the European champion,
in the position of having to do this lift to stay in the competition. It's very difficult to follow yourself 3 times on a clean and jerk with just a 2-minute break. Needs to stand now.
One monumental effort.
Oh, well, he's shaking. It looks very, very heavy. Oh, well,
that is fantastic. That is fantastic. To pull that out, 4:15.
I'm not sure if it's enough, though.
Well, I'm not sure it's enough for the championship, but it's certainly sure enough to make sure that he has a total, and it makes sure that he's going to be on the podium. That we know. But 4:15 represents 9 kilos down on this year's European performances, 6 kilos less in the snatch phase, 3 kilos less in respect of the clean and jerk. But this took some doing, David. You've got to give him credit for this.
Well, it did, because if 2 failures on a clean and jerk takes so much out of you. So he was knackered and under pressure.
But it just shows you the guts, the fire, the desire, the desire and the courage to go for it, and also the belief. You've got to believe Klokov, bar up to 2:27.
Yep. So he's done exactly what we thought. So this, if successful,
for the championship,
we'll give him the championship, and we'll give him the gold medal on the total and the clean and jerk. So 2:27. That's around it's almost exactly £500 for those of you who like to know what it is in pounds. So, last year's world champion. Can he pull it out of the bag? Very good clean. Now, come on. No. So close.
We go down to the wire.
Yeah, right down to the last lift.
That would have given him the championship, 4 kilos less than he lifted last year. But he's going to keep us waiting. As you said, the clean was very good. But we saw that with Danga, 2 failures, and then he finally pulled it out. So I think there's every chance that this guy's going to do it as well. Still to come, the men's super heavyweight, and hopefully we're going to also show you a few highlights from the women's super heavyweights as well. But this is the moment. I mentioned 1 or 2 emails. Got Got an email in from Ariel. You were asking, Ariel, how much can the strongest lifters of the different weight categories, both men and women, lift in the deadlift and the bench press? One for you, David.
Well, it's a long. It's a.
We'll pause on that.
The strongest lifters of different weight categories, but what, weightlifters or powerlifters? It's a long question because there's about.
We'll talk about it later. This is for the championship. If he lifts it, he'll have 4:15. He'll nick it away from Marcin Danga by virtue of lighter body weight. The defending champion, the last lift. Touch and go.
Oh, come on. Oh, no, so close. So Danga is the new world champion.
And he takes it with 4:15, which is 9 kilos less than his European title, but the European champion of 2006 is now also the world champion, and the world champion of 2005 is now the silver medalist. And there's Marcin Danga, absolutely delighted. It's the first Polish title of the championship, and he's beside himself. The scenes in Władysławowo when he set the snatch world record and ultimately took the championship, well, they were pretty special, and you can see what it means to him. You have to have a little bit of luck in this game. That's Zygmunt Waschela, the president of the Polish Weightlifting Federation. Be a big relief for him because that's the first Polish performance that's earned a medal. And clock off, he'll be back. Well, there's David Riggett, your good mate, David, and I just wonder what he's thinking.